Welcome to Meet Your Neighbor, the podcast that highlights the people and stories that make Westbrook Village a truly exceptional community. I'm your host, Steve Marilla, local realtor, neighbor, and proud member of this vibrant community. Each episode, we sit down with residents to learn about their careers, life experiences, and what brought them to Westbrook Village. It's a chance to connect, share, and celebrate the unique journeys that shape our neighborhood. Thanks for tuning in. And now, let's meet your neighbor. Today on Meet Your Neighbor, I'm excited to introduce a good friend of mine, Jim Meeker. Jim grew up in New Jersey in a family of 6 kids where adventure was a way of life. One summer, his parents packed up all 6 children and grandma for a month-long trip through Europe, helping inspire a lifelong love of travel and new experiences. That adventurous spirit carried into Jim's career as an entrepreneur, where he spent much of his life building businesses and creating opportunities. Now, let's meet your neighbor. Hello, Jim.
How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
It's nice for you to come over today and do the podcast. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been having a lot of fun shooting pool with you.
Yeah.
You're quite a hustler.
Yeah.
I think we both kind of seem like hustlers. We play well and then we play bad.
Right. I think we're both at the same. We're probably at the same level.
I think so.
And but we have some good games. We play a lot of games and stuff, and we'll have to do it again today.
That's just like it's just like pickleball. You want to play with somebody around your level, not too much better, not too much worse. So
yeah.
Well, so where are you from? I want to learn about you today.
Originally from New Jersey.
New Jersey?
Yeah. Born there in 1956. We lived in South Plainfield, New Jersey.
Okay. What was that like?
It was good. We have a big family, 6 kids in a family.
Okay.
3 boys, 3 girls.
Yeah.
And Dad worked at Prudential Insurance, and we lived in South Plainfield first. Then we moved to Randolph, New Jersey. And we had a good life. We were in a nice neighborhood and stuff, and good schools and all that. And
What were you into? Were you in sports back then?
A little bit. It was funny when I was in high school there, I went out for freshman football.
Okay.
And I was a skinny guy right there.
Yeah.
But we had really good football teams back there.
Oh, yeah.
Randolph High School was like one of the best in the county.
Really?
And I was on the freshman team. So in the summertime before school started, I went and they said, okay, here's what you got to do. You got to do all these different exercises, and you got to run, you got to do this. So me and my buddy did it.
Yeah.
I said, okay, we're going to do it and get in good shape.
We're going to be football players.
He decided not to do it. I did it. I went in there and stuff, but didn't play a whole bunch because of the fact that there was guys on the team that they were
like
men. And they were good.
Yeah.
And we ended up being 11-1. We only lost 1 game that year. And they put me on like kickoff teams, kickoff returns, that kind of stuff like that there. And it was cool getting in there and playing.
And you stuck with it the whole season?
Stuck with it the whole season and stuff. But then I knew there was no way going to JV or anything like that there. It was,
sure.
Yeah,
you were just too small.
Yeah, yeah. And before that, did some Little League and stuff like that there. But the only thing in high school was the football. I did that. Then after that, I wasn't into any other sports and stuff because Randolph was a good school, and there was a lot of good athletes there and stuff. And I wasn't one of them.
Yeah. What wasn't your strong suit, huh?
I don't know.
Now you have a twin brother.
Yep, identical twin.
What was that like growing up? I mean, did you enjoy it? I mean, I feel like twins either go all in on we're twins and and then some are like, and where are you on that?
We kind of went all in on the thing.
Did you?
We got along really good, had the same friends.
Yeah.
And stuff, and we're competitive. Not super competitive right there, but we were competitive, and we had a good time together. And to this day, I mean, 70 years later, still identical.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and, I've said hi to him. He goes, "I'm not Jim. I'm Jim."
Yeah. Talk to him every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So and he moved out to Arizona. We were both in New Jersey. We moved out here in '85. And John decided to come out as well.
Okay.
So
did you come out together or different times? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. We came out together. Me and John drove out and had a trailer, truck brought some stuff out. Loretta flew out with our son Jesse.
Okay.
She flew out there, and but it was good. It worked out good. He started in a car dealership selling cars. I started in an auto body shop.
Okay.
Doing in Phoenix down at the airport. Actually, me and John were in the auto body business in New Jersey.
Yeah.
After high school, I went and worked at this one auto body shop.
Yep.
And a small shop. And that was in 74.
So 74. So you're 18 years old.
Yeah. 74 I got. And then in 78, I bought the place from the owner.
Really?
Okay. And not like buying the building, but buying the business.
Sure.
Which is a good business.
Yeah.
And John was working at, back there, he was working at a Firestone dealership there.
Yeah.
Selling tires. And I said, I go, hey, Tommy wants to sell the business. I said, why don't you come over and we'll do the auto body business.
Yeah.
So he did. And so from 78 to 80, right before we came out here, 85, we had the shop. And then I sold the shop again to another auto body guy.
Were you always an entrepreneur then?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because you, that takes a special person to go buy a business, look at it, see the value and say, hey, I can improve here and there. And you enjoy that puzzle?
Oh, yeah. 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 It was a small shop and stuff. And, but the guy was cool. He was a nice guy. It was funny that the owner of the shop went into the donut business after the body shop.
Really?
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
He bought a franchise. So me and John run the shop for about 7 years. And then we decided we wanted to come out to Arizona.
Yeah.
My older brother, Rick, had already been out here for years. And so we said, hey, let's sell this thing right here. So I found a guy to buy it. And he did. I mean, when I say buy it, it was like, I think it was 15 grand or something like that for the business back. But then it was some money.
Yeah.
So we did that. We told my mom and dad, say, hey, what are you guys doing? Now my son, Jesse, had just been born a few months before that.
Okay.
So we go, we're moving to Arizona, Dad. And he's like, when? So I go, well, as soon as I sell the shop, which should be in a few months. And we did.
Yeah.
We came out and stuff and went into the body business a little bit here. As a manager, I managed one there. And John did the car dealership right there. Then,
well, back to your parents.
Yeah.
So you just gave them, was that their first grandchild? Or had they had?
They had some, yeah.
They had some already? Okay. Because if it was the first, you might have had trouble getting out of town.
Right. No, they had several, so it was good. Yeah, so it worked out good. They were just a little surprised. He goes, what are you going to do out in Arizona? We'll figure it out.
Really?
Okay, so
so
we came out with, and we didn't get it all up front with the thing either. The guy gave us some money down. He was paying us monthly.
Oh, sure.
But we came out there. It was, but no, it was fun. It was scary, but it
big adventure.
Out. It worked out pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we came out, and then I was working at that body shop there, and then I started with Prudential Insurance. I was a property adjuster. I started 2 years after I was out here. So I got rid of the auto body, went into, because I had the experience of estimating cars, so I was halfway there. So then they gave me I got homeowners. I did homes and fires and hail damage and earthquake and all that kind of stuff.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was fun. I did it from 87 to 2000.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was in it, and it was good. I traveled around the country. I do fires and stuff, and I do earthquake, and I did like hurricanes down in Florida and all that. But it was good. It was a good job, great benefits, right? Yeah. So I did that, and John started work for my brother Rick, he came out in 72. He was married out here. Yeah. And he went work for him, not selling. He was delivering furniture. Okay. My brother Rick he had a couple of furniture stores. So John worked for them delivering furniture. And then in 89, a couple of years later, John got a business going, a furniture store going. Okay. That worked out pretty good. Then me and him went partners on a couple other ones. Okay. So then I was in the furniture business at the same time I was doing the Prudential stuff because I was an outside adjuster. I could work from my house. Sure. I go out and look at claims and stuff. Right. They didn't know where I was, and I was doing all this stuff. It was kind of cool. Sure. I had a bunch of stuff going on. Well,
you had a backup. It's always nice when you're an entrepreneur and you got a backup job. Yeah. To kind of keep,
I had a free car, everything. It worked out really cool.
That had to be good.
Yeah. So we did the furniture. We were in the furniture we got out of furniture in 2015. Retired from that there. And, but it was a good run, about 26, 27 years doing the furniture, 12 years at the adjuster, 12 or 13 years as the adjuster. And it turned out to be a good move.
So when you were back in New Jersey, did you have the New Jersey lifestyle where you're running around on the streets playing stickball? Is that kind of the New Jersey?
Yeah. nice neighborhood, middle class neighborhood and stuff. And New York was close by, so we'd go into New York when we were old enough and stuff. We'd go
Huh.
to New York and stuff, and go to the bar. Even when we were younger, we could go in there. And it was a good time there.
I
Yeah.
always found it fascinating in the movies when the kids, outside the city would head into New York. It just
Mhm.
seemed, as from a kid from a small town,
Yeah.
it just seemed so scary and intimidating. But do you think it kind of gave you some skills for life to kind of navigate through? Because a city is chaos, and then you
Yeah.
kind of got to getting through it is kind of have to navigate, right?
It is a little bit. Well, I found it pretty easy. I mean, going to New York, when we could drive there, you could drive at 17 years old.
Yeah.
So we drive, and I used to love driving in New York City.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
with the potholes and all the lights and the cars going all over.
Really?
I love driving in here and stuff. So, and we've traveled around the world. I mean, we've been to a lot of different places and
Yeah.
stuff. And when you can go to New York City and you could drive around like that, you could, navigate the city and stuff. You don't feel, it's not so scary going to other places and stuff. I mean,
Sure.
if you can do it there,
You can do it anywhere?
you can do it anywhere.
I've heard
right?
that
Yeah,
song.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, it was kind of fun having that so close by right there. The thing I didn't like about New Jersey and the East Coast is the weather and stuff. It seemed like you'd work during the week, and then on the weekends, the weather would be
It'd be
terrible.
crap.
It'd be
Yeah.
rainy, windy, this and that, or cold.
Yeah.
You get the four seasons and all that. And that's one of the big reasons we came out to Arizona.
Is the weather?
Yeah. Yep. Come out and enjoy the weather right here.
So, did you have pool parties back there? Like the Sopranos, big
Mm,
pool parties and
no.
barbecues, and isn't that kind of a New Jersey?
Yeah,
kinda?
our big thing there in the summertime, we go to the Jersey Shore.
Oh, okay.
So you rent a bungalow down at the Jersey Shore for a
Oh,
couple of weeks.
really?
And there was some lakes there too. We had a little boat. We went to a lake. We
Sure.
took the boat at a lake a couple seasons. And no, it's a good lifestyle back there.
Yeah.
But you get the four seasons. You get that. You want
It sounds like you were really a real social person back then.
Yeah.
Or you still are, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But sports. It's funny when you talk to people that were in sports, like Ed Schreiber, our friend.
Mhm.
That was a big part of his life. The structure of sports. But it seems like relationships seem like that's your thing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
it worked out
interesting.
here too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing we did back there, we did a lot of golfing.
Okay.
I was into golfing a lot more back there. And again, you can't play golf year round there
Right.
either. And that was another draw that Arizona had.
Yeah.
You come out here, you can play golf and you got the nice weather and stuff. It's sunny about every day. So that was the other draw that brought us out to Arizona.
So all three boys are living out here.
Mhm.
Where are the three girls living?
Well, one's still stuck in New Jersey.
Stuck in New Jersey.
Yeah,
That's
one's
how
in Delray Beach, Florida.
Okay.
And I got a sister that lives over in Scotland Hills here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got 4 of the 6.
Yeah, we got 4 of them out here.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yep.
We only got to get 2 more to.
Yeah.
But-
No, they're not going anywhere.
No.
No.
Well, when you first came to Westbrook, did you know right away that Westbrook was the place you wanted to live?
Well, my dad and mom moved out here in 92,
Okay.
and we were already living in Peoria,
Yeah.
but they wanted to move out of New Jersey. My dad retired in 1990. He was 60 years old, and he didn't want to hang in he was in South Jersey around Colts Neck, New Jersey, around Homedale, New Jersey. And he said, he didn't want to, he said, I want to golf. I want to do this. I want to do that. So he thought about moving to Arizona. So they did. They came out. And I don't know how they found it. They were looking over in Scottsdale and Desert Mountain. They were looking at Desert Mountain. And he said, pretty steep out there. I think the houses were over $250,000 or $500,000 out there and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was
That was
kind
a
of
long
far
time
away
ago.
from everybody. Yeah. Yeah. And he decided to stay in the West Side, and he came out and he found Westbrook Village.
Really?
And I'm not, and he goes, hey, go check out this place. I got a lot over in a gated area. In
Okay.
Westbrook Village.
Yeah.
So I went over and looked at it. There was a big pile of dirt there, and he was on the 11th hole there. I looked at it, I go, that's great. I said, you're not, the tee's over there, the green's over. I go, you should be fine.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay, good. So he goes, yeah, we're going to get it. We're going to buy it.
Awesome.
So they bought the place. So they were there for 33 years.
Wow. So 33, how old were the kids when they came out?
Jesse was just born. He was a few months
But
old.
when they came out, when your parents came out?
Oh, parents came out, how old were we then?
Yeah, when the kids.
Um,
Did they get to have fun with the grandkids, or were they teenagers at that point?
They were 92. No, they were about 7 years old. Yeah, they were
So they
still
get to
they got to hang with and they got a pool. They
yeah.
put a pool in over at the
Oh,
house and stuff
nice.
like that. So they liked that there. That was
So they
cool.
loved having the grandkids over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they still had some back in New Jersey, and they
Yep.
had some in Florida.
Yep.
But they decided to go, "No, we're not going to New Jersey. We're definitely not going to Florida."
No.
And they travel around a lot too, but, they really liked the lifestyle here. My dad, golfed every chance he got.
Really?
Okay. When
Was he a
first
pretty good
got here,
golfer?
he was probably about I'd say 14 or 15 handicap.
Yeah, that's perfect.
But yeah, he went several times a week. And it was funny, the first time he went, he decided to, he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna be a ranger." And he goes, You guys play for free." So I go,
Really?
"Really?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You guys play for nothing." So I remember the first day he went in there, before he was a ranger, the first time when he goes in a golf thing, the green fees to get the year, it was $1,500 for the golf pass for the year.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
And then right after he got it, he got to be the ranger there and stuff, and we got to play for nothing. He goes,
Oh,
"Hey, my
nice.
sons play gratis, right?" And they go, "Yeah.
Huh.
Army, they don't pay." So we did it for a bit, and then I knew, and he was going. He didn't have to do anything. He was Navy. He didn't have to do that kind. So we go, "Dad, we'll pay for golf. Don't be. You don't need a part-time job, even though it wasn't that much." But I go, "Yeah, really?" So I go, "Don't worry about it." And we used to golf with him every Thursday.
Oh, really?
We golf, but he was in the men's club. He was in this club.
That's awesome.
He golfed a few times.
Yeah. When you say you traveled the world, did you travel the world as a child at all?
Yeah.
Like, so
Your
that's parents
mom
took
and
you
dad.
around a lot.
Yeah,
Huh?
they got us they brought us to, and I was, what was I, 13 years old. They brought us over to Europe for a month. So
Really?
six kids. And,
Wow.
my dad's mother, my grandmother came with us. So it was 9 of us.
Wow.
And we went to England, we went to France, we went to Ireland, Germany. And he plotted out I'm not sure what it cost, but we went over on a 747 when they first came out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
Big plane.
He got us into traveling and stuff. And
Wow.
we had a pop-up camp. We go to California, we go to Florida, so they definitely instilled that in us right
that
there.
adventure into you guys.
Yeah. So, and they kept doing that right up until they were probably in their high 80s. And they were
Really?
still traveling around and stuff. And he still wanted to go. And I go, "Dad, no, not there. You can't
No,
go."
it's fun. I interviewed Bud, who's I think 92, and he said, the one thing is when you get older, you have to be close to hospitals.
Yeah.
He goes, you can't be 4 hours away from a hospital because you never know what's, and you want to build a chance at surviving if something goes awry.
Sure.
Sure.
Well, you know what they do? They had another couple in Westbrook that they went, I can't remember the guy's name there, but the two couples went, and neither one of them could drive because they're both in their 80s.
Okay.
So they got my sister Nancy. Go, "Nance, you're a driver. We're going to give you a free trip." So they went over there for, again, I think it was about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And Nancy drove them all over the place.
Really?
They got a van and stuff like that. So, because they had to make up for it because I think it was 75 years old. Then they wouldn't let you drive a lot of rental
international
places.
Okay.
Well, you don't really need the international license anymore.
Oh, okay.
Okay. When I went over, we went to Ireland, and I didn't need one, but it's just they don't want to rent them to you. So some of those rental companies, they look at, "No, you're not going to rent your car." So Nancy went and drove for him and stuff. And
well, I think those rental companies are smarter than some of these states that are giving these people licenses.
Yeah, right.
I don't. I'm going to change my tune when I get to that age.
Right.
When I get to 80, 85. But I start thinking we might have another test.
Well, give them a test or something that they do, because some of them it's kind of scary that they don't.
Oh yeah.
And my dad wasn't a very good driver either. So
we have one pickleball player, and I'm not going to say who it is, but if I see his car, I make sure I put my golf cart quite a ways away.
Yeah. There's a lot of them around here. You got to drive defensively.
They're going to be us. They're going to be us someday. So
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well, it is funny when the difference between people that, like your parents, that have the adventures all through their life and create these memories, and then you have the totally opposite, and which are living here right now. We just don't see them because they don't go outside. The people that are just homebodies and watch TV. It's just, and I can't say it's sad. It's their life. It is what it is.
When you get to a certain point,
but even people don't experienced life in their 40s and 50s.
That's true.
I
That's true.
mean, I think people look at Kirsten and I with the little camper that we go back and forth because we
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
see the country
Right.
and experience things. So it's kind of it's fascinating to see, who makes that choice and who has that in them because
A lot are missing out on it.
yeah, you're
Not
missing.
doing
I mean,
it.
I remember
Yeah.
when I first saw the Rocky Mountains coming out of Denver, Colorado. And
Mhm.
it's like, how many people never has seen these mountains?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
And then they
so.
regret it when they're older. They retire and stuff. It's like some retire and then they're dead a couple years later, and they haven't gone anywhere. They've just worked their whole life and stuff. So we've traveled with the jobs I've had and having the stores and all that. We could travel even with the stores. We were able to travel a lot. We go away
Oh,
for
good.
2-3 weeks. Have some good people at the store that could take over and stuff. And
Yeah.
so we were the whole lives we've been traveling.
So did you instill that in your children? Are they
Oh, yeah.
explorers?
They've been more places than me, I think.
Oh,
More
really?
They've been Haley's been like to Africa, and Jesse's been all over. I mean, all over. But Haley switched. She had an apartment in Brooklyn, and she switched with a gal in France,
Really?
in Paris, for like 2 months. And we
Just-
went out and stayed in the apartment with him and stuff. They had
Really?
a really nice apartment.
Huh.
Haley had a little hole in the wall in Brooklyn, but this gal had one on the 7th floor, and the 7th floor is about the size they make in Paris and in the areas there. We had a beautiful view, a really nice
Huh.
place, and she was there for a couple of months and stuff. She's been all over. Haley's been all over.
Have your kids ever proposed an adventure that they're going to go on, and you were like, "What in the world?"
They went to
But they
Iceland
couldn't
a couple
relate to?
years ago, and
Really?
and sometimes she wants to go like to where she want to go to Mexico City or someplace. We'd say, "Hey, be careful going."
Yeah.
And Jesse, the same thing. Just be careful if you go to some of these places because some of them aren't
Yeah.
that safe. And
Did they go to Mexico City though?
they did.
And
They did.
everything was
And
fine.
They came back. So yeah,
They came back. Did you ever have a point in your life where you wanted to go do something? Your dad said, Jim, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I pretty much did what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems that way. Yeah. You're very confident, actually overconfident.
Yeah.
That's what I like about you. So what brought you to Westbrook Village, and what do you?
Well, not only with mom and dad being here and stuff, which was kind of cool. In that around that time, right there was a 2010 is when we first moved here. We were living up in West Wing. We had a really nice house in West Wing right there, and the market was falling apart. So we sold the house, lost a ton of money on the house, and I decided we wanted to go buy a place. We wanted to stay in the area and stuff like that. So we look around, there was all kinds of foreclosures and all kinds of bank sales and all that. You go into these neighborhoods, this one realtor was showing us, I mean, the place is a lot of rentals, overgrown this, overgrown that. So I saw one in Westbrook Village, and I said, "Hey, Loretta, check this thing out." She goes, "Where is that?" So I go, "That's in Westbrook Village." She goes, "Westbrook Village?" No.
She didn't, no way.
No, not going to do that.
She wasn't ready for a retirement community?
She wasn't. So I go, "Let's look at it." So we went and looked at it, and she goes, "Pretty nice. It's smaller." It was over in Escuda, a little 1,600 square foot house.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, yeah, it's pretty good." So I go, "Look at there. Look, there, everything's trimmed. There's no cars on jack stands." And I go, "It's nice.
Right.
It's a nice area." And yeah, but mom and dad live here too. So I go, "There's nothing wrong with that." And so she goes, then she gave in. She goes, "Okay, it's pretty good. We'll do it." Well, about 2-3 months later, she absolutely loved it.
Really?
The card games, I mean, the pickleball stuff, I mean, everything. The parties that they had there and the pools.
And this was 2010. So
2010.
In 2010, this community was as active as it is now?
Yeah, I mean, pickleball was just starting.
Sure.
Yeah, pickleball was just starting then. But yeah, they had the clubhouses and all that. And yeah, it was a great, and we played golf. I never got the golf package. I never did the yearly thing right there, but yeah, we play golf. She got into playing golf and stuff.
Cool.
And yeah, it was just a nice community and stuff and we had pools in the last house. We put a pool in. We've been at 6 homes in Arizona. We bought 2 with a pool, built 2 pools, and 2 without a pool. So we got over the pool thing right there.
Yeah.
What was good about here is there's pools and hot tubs right at the center.
I use it every night.
Yeah. So I mean, so that was nice. So kind of talked to her in there, but it was just all the friends she met here too.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody is pretty much looking for that social thing right there and stuff. And we met Mel and Cindy Bloom were the first ones we met over at the pool.
Well, I was going to ask who the first. Are they still here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And remember seeing them over at the pool there and stuff. And they were still working at the time right there and stuff. And so were we. We were working 5 years into being here.
Okay.
And no, we it just from there it just kept going. And now we know a lot of people in Westbrook, and it's a great place to live.
Yeah, you're kind of a staple.
Yeah, and exactly half what my mom and dad lived here. I told her the other day, so I go, look at it. We're half of what mom and dad lived here 32 years.
Oh, wow.
A little over 32. I go, we're at 16. We're at the halfway point.
Halfway point.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I go, hopefully we beat that.
Yeah.
In the case she goes, I don't know, it's going to be our last house. I got news for her. Probably our last house.
Oh, yeah. When we bought this house, and I was told it was going to be our last house, and I was like, perfect.
Okay.
I like this size home. It's manageable. And then one night we were watching TV, looking out at the golf course. She goes, this isn't our last house. I go, what? We'll see.
I heard it just like that too.
Yeah. It's like thoughts come into my wife's mind. And
Mine did that too.
Yeah. So we'll see. And one of the things, whatever you want. If it works out for both of us, it's kind of, your partners in this. So.
Yeah, one thing she brought, Loretta go like, hey, maybe we'll go to, because her sister and my sister live in Florida.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll go to Florida. So I go, nah, it's too hot there. It's too humid there.
I don't like the humidity.
I told her, I go, we'll go to Florida on one condition. She goes, what's that? So I said, if we get a boat and we have a dock at the house, I said I could probably put up with the heat, humidity,
really?
and the bugs.
Yeah,
and all
if you
that
could
stuff.
get out. Yeah.
But I said, you're going to, because we wouldn't, where do you go from here? You don't want to go to California with the way that is. So I said, this is pretty much a home. And then she'll think like, we'll downsize a little bit because we got the same style house you got.
Yeah.
So I said, why would you want to go from like 3-bedroom to 2-bedroom? But I think she just comes up with this stuff and it's not thinking, but I just don't like to bring it up. We got a nice house. So.
Yeah, me too. It's like, I keep doing little things to this because I don't, there is if it's fine if you're going to stay there forever. Mm-hmm. If we're going to stay here for 10, it's always like 10 years for me. If I can get a 10-year payoff, do something and and I can get my money back in 10 years. But if you're going to do a bunch to your home and move in 3 years, you're going to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
You just can't do it. Exactly. You got to enjoy it.
And we're all doing it. We did the windows like you did. We did the door.
Man, it's fun. And it is. It's fun in this community to watch what people do to these homes.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of them don't have a budget because I in real estate, I've dealt with quite a few couples that all of a sudden they have money to buy a home because their kids are so successful. Mm-hmm. They kind of design their life around making sure they had an inheritance for their kids, and now their kids are going to have more money than they have.
Yeah.
And it's so it's really nice to see. It's nice, a lot of success stories in this neighborhood for sure.
Oh yeah,
how people made a living and how they did, got to where they are. So
no, it's great because you could in some areas if you're not in a retirement or an age restricted community there and stuff, you're not going to get that social thing at all. No, because you're not going to. When I had my furniture store, people were coming to town and they came from like Minnesota or something. Yeah. Hey, where'd you? Oh, yeah, we're in to buy some furniture. What do you got? We show them around. Hey, where'd you guys move to? Oh, like 35th and Thunderbird. And I go, oh no.
Really? Yeah.
Not that it's terrible there, but they're not going to have that. They're going to have the neighborhoods with a bunch of kids. They don't have kids. They want to have the social experience and the peers that they have here. Yeah. And that's what makes this just amazing here.
Yeah. The only way you hang out with people with kids is if you have kids.
Exactly.
Because, and you still even don't because you come home from work and you go home and the garage door opens and the garage door closes and you don't see them again.
Exactly.
And here it's like, we don't see each other because we're not out in the street. A lot of times we see each other at the pickleball park. We see people walking.
Exactly.
Over at the pool, I love
centers.
Seeing people walking. I probably waved 20, 30 times.
Yeah.
and I feel, I'm from Minnesota. So we're friendly. We wave. Yeah. And then sometimes you get a guy that never waves. And then it's like, man, I'm going to get him to wave at me.
No, the mix of people here is really nice in Minnesota, Washington, Wisconsin. A lot of people from back east and stuff. Most of them go down to Florida, but Arizona.
The smart ones come to Arizona.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can.
Exactly.
Who wants to go to that swamp? I don't. Gosh, it's so humid and
And another thing about Westbrook is where it's located. I mean, you're near the freeways. You can get over to Scottsdale in like 20, 25 minutes and stuff, rather than being out in Estancia or something like that there where the airport's 40 minutes away and stuff, So really close to freeways and stuff like that. And that's another thing I liked about it. And I thought that was pretty smart when my folks bought it too. So I go, you guys are in a good spot.
Well, and there'll never be another development like this close to the 101 because everything's developed.
Yeah, right.
Right. Yep. It was really good planning.
Yep, definitely was.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's about it. You got anything else?
No. Want to play some pool?
Yeah, let's go play some pool. All right. Thanks a lot, Jim.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thanks again for tuning in to the Meet Your Neighbor podcast. Real estate is how I'm able to support this show and give back to our community. If you or someone you know is thinking about buying or selling a home in Arizona, I'd love to help. I also offer a free real estate review, basically a health checkup for your home's value and market position. You can call or text me anytime at 651-295-6830. Again, that's 651-295-6830. I'd be honored to help you or your neighbors with the next chapter of your real estate journey. And thanks again for listening, and be sure to keep connecting.